Hi, welcome to another edition of Great British Churches. Today we're at St Mary the Virgin, Erwarton, which is near Shotley. It's about a mile away from Shotley Church, which we've done in the previous programme. This one is a bit of a gem, it's got a lot of history with it. Come on through.
So, we're just going to take a look outside. And you'll notice that there's a 15th century tower and it looks a little bit weird. It was actually damaged by lightning in 1837 and those bricks were then put up there as a replacement. It's also partially blocked some of the bell openings up there as well, which is a shame. So we're going to walk around. A lot of this church was built of a stone called septaria. I'd never heard of it until today, but apparently it's sort of like a tricolour and it can often be called dragonstone, which seems a bit weird for a church, but there you go. But also it looks like the clerestory up there has been refaced sometime in the 19th century. So we're just going to go through the door.
How old is this church now?
There's parts of it that sort of date back to the 14th century, but I suspect it's a little bit older than that as well.
Because you've not been in here yet, I have, and you're in for a treat. Behold.
And you've got this lovely doorway here with those fluorons of flowers. They're absolutely beautiful. Right, we're just going to go through here. Right, apparently I'm in for a treat. Lovely porch.
Lovely porch, mate. Gorgeous. Oh. I'm going to leave the doors open just in case we don't get locked in. Mind you not see the car there. So.
I hope so. And the other thing, good, can I leave it open? The other thing that it has got, and I've never seen it in this country, I've heard about it in America, but they have a little free pantry. And unfortunately, we've only got some Scottish rough cakes, and I've eaten them and I can see why they left. But it's take what you need and leave what you can. I like that idea, especially in today's world.
Homelessness.
My word.
Yes, that's what I'm going to say. Walk on by. This is incredible.
This.
The font will bowl you over.
Yes.
Your favourite chap in there.
Yes.
Griff Rhys-Jones, and he lives next door.
No, he doesn't. No, he lives in Holbrook. My God, this. For once in my life, I think I'm completely and utterly speechless.
I'm not. It's gorgeous. You'll look behind you.
Yes, I know about this. There is Anne Boleyn. More about her later, because she does actually have a connection to this church, apparently, depending on your take on things. So, the nave and the aisles here are 15th century, and there's a hole in the floor. I'm going to fall down. And there's monuments, there's stained glass. You can really see the 15th century in this.
It's just amazing, isn't it?
I'm actually bowled over.
I'm lost for words. This is another one of those churches which is on our doorstep.
Yeah.
And unless you have to physically come here, you just wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Is that door locked?
I don't know. Let me go and have a look.
I can't even see the door.
Tower, so.
I know, but we could go in there.
Let's have a look.
I can't even see.
No, it's locked. It's locked.
There's another door there, though.
Yes, but it's locked.
I know, but there's another door there, look, in that panelling.
Yes, but it's locked.
I know, but that's a weird door.
Yeah, I know it's a weird door. Look.
I know, I was just about to talk about the porch. Okay. The porch is 15th century. And it's lovely. And I've got to talk about this. You can see it, so I've got to talk about this. Sir Philip Parker Right, look at that. I'm going to try and read this out. So it's here underneath lie buried the remains of Sir Philip Parker, late of this place baronet, and of Dame Mary his wife, daughter of Samuel Portrait of Bile Fen in Cambridgeshire, Esquire. Father and mother of the present Sir Philip Parker Long. He was the grandson of Sir Philip Parker of Wenham. Don't know. Sorry? Yeah, but I don't know what the other word is. Knight by the daughter and heir of Robert. And you've got Sir Philip Parker, Baronet of Erwarton Hall in the county of Suffolk by Rebecca, the sister of Sir Walter Long of Wadden in the county of Wiltshire, Baronet which Sir Walter Long made Sir an entail of his estate, Calthrop Parker, younger brother, and it goes on and on and on. I hope you can see that and perhaps pause it and give that a read. But it's practically the family tree. And it's got all the shields, coats of arms around it. So you've got Parker Soham, Parker Long, Parker East, Deering Parker, Percival Cecil, Percival Parker, Parker Portrait, Parker Gayway, Gordy. I don't know, it must be Gordy. That is just stunning on its own, if there's nothing else. And there's something over there that really is making me want to go over there. But so I'm going to walk around. So we've got this font here. And there's angels. There's the Tudor rose. There's a lion. There's some more lions down there. More Tudor roses. And look at this lovely floor.
You know that is, don't you?
Yeah.
This geezer here.
No?
That's Buster Blood Vessel from the specials. No, man. What was his band called?
I'm not even going to answer that. Right. And there's another rose there. And a lion. Right, just bear with me for a moment. Because he's just messing about. So I've got to do. So this font is what we would call a familiar East Anglian font. They're sort of little all over East Anglia. There are two varieties of the Tudor rose on there. So you've got that one there. And then you've got that one, which you can see is a little bit different. And that's the same as that one there. And I'm going to go around. So this one that's very different. And we've got lions and angels bearing shields. A Trinity emblem to the northeast of the font. And 3 squat lions around the shaft. And a dog. There's a dog on here as well. Yep. I think that is the dog. Certainly hasn't got a mane anyway. So we've got the benches. Every time I turn round, I see something else that takes my eye. Yeah, everything just takes my eye, and I have to stop for a minute. It's startling. It really is. Now, apparently, nearly all the furniture in this church dates from 1838. It was restored about then as well. There's been a big restoration project there. Yes.
Absolutely covered in graffiti, all of this. There's people scratching their names in it. 1890, 1983, 1917.
I love this. I always think of some little choir boy or some boy in shorts with a catapult in his back pocket and a penknife.
Look, they're all full of it. It's just absolutely scratched into all of it. It's great.
Yeah,
it's a history.
Everyone
who's passed through here, who's
absolutely
got a bit of a bent for damaging things, is 1794.
And you've certainly got a bent for damaging things, haven't you?
I still can't think of that bloke's band.
Bad manners.
Bad manners, that's it. Buster Blood Vessel.
Yes. So, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Nearly all the furniture in the church dates from 1838 restoration. And it's the work of William Ollett, who was a craftsman from Norwich. And you can see he's done a pretty good job. And you've got poppy heads. So
They got the doodads on the top for the light tapers? No.
no, they wouldn't have for 1838.
Well, I have, you never know. I mean,
And have you seen this window here?
I have. Have a read, mate, because you'll be bowled over by who that's by.
What?
Yeah, what's the breath?
Yeah, there's some loose tiles here. So, look at that window. That's in memory of Frank Mortimer Cole, 1904 to 1990. And what have we got here? We've got a memorial window. This window, which commemorates the life of Frank M. Cole, chairman of Cole and Son Wallpapers Limited, was designed and made in Mellis, Suffolk, and dedicated by the Bishop of Dunwich on the Sunday the 23rd of October 1994. It shows the heraldic red rose of England and the white lily of France, with doves flying to heaven, and was inspired by a hand woodblock printed wallpaper designed in 1845-7 by A.W. Pugin for the Speaker's Room and the Houses of Parliament. Now, if anybody knows about Pugin, you'll know that he was one of the designers for the Houses of Parliament. Frank M. Cole was custodian and printer of 3,600 historic wallpaper wood blocks and holder for Royal Warrant to the H.M. the Queen from 1961 to 1990. He attended St Paul's Cathedral Choir School from the age of 8 to 14 and was a church warden for 9 years in Broxbourne, Hertfordshire. And in 1973, he was a founder member of the Friends of St Mary's and lived in Erwarton Old Rectory. The Times obituary concluded, he was much loved for his gentleness and courtesy. Now, wouldn't that be nice if someone could say that about all of us? Okay. So up there we've got in memory of Frederick Philip Forster Wood, Lieutenant, 7th Royal Fusiliers, elder son of the Reverend Frederick Wood, rector of Erwarton with Wolverston, and Emily, his wife, killed in action at Kandahar in Afghanistan, August the 16th, 1880, aged 23 years. Just goes to show that some things never change.
Can I just say something?
This tablet has been erected by friends and neighbours as a token of their esteem, of regret for his early death, and of sympathy with his sorrowing family. Yes, you may now say something.
Every 50 years, when India was part of was a British colony, part of the empire, we sent soldiers to Afghanistan to learn the important lesson. It's not somewhere that you're ever going to bring peace to. I hate to say that, but history says that.
Right, there are some memorials.
Coffin plates, I think.
And so look at that. Isn't he grand? And he's got a bit of scratching on his shield. Yeah, I'm trying to find out who it is. Right. Just trying to have a look. It's got it's got finely carved quatrefoils at the front there, with shields bearing the arms of the Hastings and Valance family, Fitz, Ralph and Hastings and Calthorpe, with a cross in the centre there. So you can see he's all very repose, isn't he? The worn figure of the knight that lies atop is probably Sir Bartholomew de Aviliers, who died in 1287. And the family of arms are superimposed on the shield, as you can see there. And an aged one supported his head, and a comfortable fat lion lies under his feet.
And that lion wasn't particularly well fed.
He does. He does look very well fed. I'm sure I just saw him move. Right, so what have we got up here? Right, we've got coffin plates up here. and I can't read them. I think we're going to need Paul to come up here and see if he can.
I'll
One
show you.
is Sir Philip
Hang on.
Parker Long,
Yeah.
I think. See if you can read those.
Right, this one is Elizabeth Plunkett, died
Plunkett, sure?
June the 10th, 1757, aged 55 years. No, I'll go back to 35. Sorry, the shadows changed.
Okay.
But they are actual coffin plates, so these were on.
Which is unusual to see them out of context from a vault or a coffin.
It is. Well,
So this one is Sir Philip Parker Long, Baronet, died January
20th.
1740. He's 58 years.
58 years gone. Right.
They're beautiful, aren't they? Look at the coat of arms at the top there.
Yeah. Dame Martha Parker
Long.
died March the
15th.
30th.
30th.
1758.
Age 60 years. Just look at that.
And that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the night here. I just absolutely bowled over this. This thing's been here the better part of 1,000 years. Who's drilled out in the lion? Look, somebody's drilled a hole in his head.
Let's also put a candle in it. Right, we've got another coffin plate here. The Right Honourable Lady Dowager Martha Chedworth. Obituary 19th November 1775.
Etates sue 64.
Must be how old she was.
Yeah.
I don't know Latin.
I
I only know one phrase in Latin and I'm not repeating it because it's rude.
Is it the one that don't let the buggers grind you down?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So we now got the Right Honourable the Lady Catherine Hanmer, eldest daughter to
Percival, Earl of Egmont.
By Catherine, his wife, daughter of Sir Philip Parker of Erwarton,
commemorates of Suffolk
Baronet, sister of the Lord. Oh, I can't read that.
Something 1711.
Yeah.
Born 1711, died 16th of February 1747.
Wow.
That's it. So Egmont must have a lot of chickens.
I don't know what that is.
That's in Old English, I think, or is it might even be in Latin?
Yeah.
No, it's in English.
Well then, you read it.
Okay, I need to stand. Can I stand in front? I've got the light right. Right. Blah, 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 blah. Age and the. Oh, I can't read it. No. Translation of Black Letter Brass. I think it says, here Philip Park Gravev is in place of Philip Parker, where the only son and his wife of Glemon's daughter was. When he, his race a year or more, had run of Calthorpe, Bacon and de Villiers, the imp as heir by lineage came. 3 ancient knights whose monuments are here, in each the last that lived his name, that bated birth. What valour heritage, sith death approaching, spareth none estate. What trust of life may be in any age when tender. Youth is set so short a date, and though seem hard to flesh and blood, in length of life and happiness to measure, yet I do deem it greatly to be good that in his life he knew no worldly pleasure, and for the age no vices none, was fraud nor vain delight, corrupted yet his mind, a short accompaniment, a reckoning very small, the seely soul shall something dooming find. Got that word seely in that game, we were talking about that today, weren't we?
Silly Suffolk.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
What is he lying on? It's like a stag's head or something. Dog or
Yeah.
wolf.
So you can see that there's this rather large tall canopy and it's got large cusps and a centre trefoil design at the top there. And it's got unusual crockets in the form of flowers, and there are flanking pinnacles. There you can see there's one there, and then there's one on that side there. And obviously we've got the 21st century heating up there as well. The chest inserted below matches the previous one. Yes, I am reading this because there's rather a lot to take in on this one. And displays the shields of Fitzwalter, Scales, Ufford, Beck, Vere, and Ufford. And it was probably made for William de Ufford, Earl of Suffolk, who died in 1382. But the effigies are more likely to be those of Sir Bartholomew Bacon and his wife Anne,
They've got no hands.
whose arms we saw above the tower west doorway and who died in 1391 and 1435 respectively. And as you can see, he's got rather flowing hair. He's absolutely amazing.
You look like Mark Bolan from this angle.
So he's got long wavy hair and it's held within a circlet. So some sort of crown, sort of an arrangement there.
Funny, nick their hands though. You might see their arms, but you won't see their hands.
And his head is resting on a massive helm. So it's some sort, I don't know what a helm is. Is it like a deer?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's some sort of deer. And you can see that she's got an absolutely wonderful headdress of a net there, which was fashionable at the time. Absolutely amazing. I'm just going to...
Just a read a bit about the Calthorpes. This is their coat of arms.
And you see that he's got his feet on a lion.
Got lions. You've got a couple of dogs, look. I think they're dogs. Are they dogs? They look like dogs. Well, this one's lost his head. That one's lost his head completely.
The two little hounds underfoot. And you can see that they've actually got traces of colour on them as well.
She has on a dress. She's wearing a red dress. He's got a bit underneath the bit there that has survived and a bit on the end of his belt there.
Yeah.
You know.
But just think how old they are and they're still...
Oh, it's incredible.
All right, they've got a little bit of damage to hands and things like that, but...
That's unusual. Look at that. Somebody's tried to cover up. Right, and the vault was cracking and they've cemented it in, like.
Yeah.
Never seen that before. Look at that. The whole thing is a...
It's been filled in, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. That's a new piece of stone.
Is it on like that on the other side?
I don't know.
What? Careful, there's a hole there.
Yeah.
Now, the notes that I did... Yes, that's been done on this side as well.
Oh, they were repaired then.
Yeah. No, that's a shame.
It's unusual to see shields and stuff like that's been left. Because the old fella over there, he's been chopped about a fair bit, hasn't he? What was that head all over?
That's a helm.
Oh.
We had this discussion 2 minutes ago and you said, Right, so here we've got... Now, it's one of these that trip you up, look. One of those... And I reckon somebody's gone a cropper on this a few times.
The tomb on the floor, it says, "Come and join me."
Yeah, without you're probably going to. So it's for Sir Philip Parker, Baronet of Erwarton Hall, Dame Mary, his wife, Daniel Deering, Esquire, and Mary, his wife, who was younger daughter to the above Sir Philip Parker, and sister to the present Sir Philip Parker, Long Baronet, and Catherine, the third daughter of the said Sir Philip Parker, Long, are interred in this vault. Here lies also Sir Philip Parker, Long, Baronet, who died on the 20th of January 1740, aged 58. He was the last male heir of the family.
And that's where it stopped there, and then after that, there's only actors had a Erwarton Hall. Have a look over there. You look on those buxom chest, don't you?
Right, we've got the family of Bacon. Wow, look at that.
Funny the shields have been scratched off, isn't it?
Perhaps they were never added. Perhaps they were waiting.
Funny days, good job. Did you see the chest and Mary?
Yes. Now we've got a window here dedicated to St Alban, St George and St Edmund.
Yeah, well we know about St Alban, don't we?
Go on.
He was an early saint who was the town of St Albans, or the city of St Albans is named after him. Was killed by a Roman for being a Christian.
To the glory of God and in memory of Stanley Wrench, 2nd Lieutenant, Suffolk Regiment, youngest son of Walter Wrench and Ada, his wife, killed in action at Ypres.
EPA. We've had EPA, but
I know, and I can never remember it because I look at wipers.
yeah.
8th of May 1915, age 24. That's no age, is it?
No.
To go off to war and to not come back to your family. And we've got another one here. Arise, shine, for thy light is come. Glory to God in the highest, to the glory of God, and in memory of Walter Wrench, died 7th of April 1915, age 68. Oh.
There's actually a role of honour for this church, and lots of people lost their lives in the First World War.
Yeah. And we've got one here. The effigies represent Sir Bartholomew Bacon, who died in 1391, and his wife Joan de Hevingham, who died in 1445. Sir Robert Bacon and Isabel de Villiers. His wife had issue, an only son Bartholomew, and a daughter Isabel, who married Sir Oliver Calthorpe of Burnham Thorpe in Norfolk, Knight. Sir Bartholomew Bacon died in the 14th year of King Richard II, 1391, and Isabel, his sister, being his sole heir. Sir Oliver Calthorpe, her husband, inherited her right, Erwarton, and divers other lordships. Their descendants continued to inherit this property until the death of Sir Philip Calthorpe in the reign of Edward VI, 1549, who by Jane, his wife, daughter of William Boleyn of Blickling Hall in Norfolk, left issue. Elizabeth, his only daughter and heiress. This lady became the second wife of Sir Henry Parker Knight, second son of heir of Henry Parker, 1st Lord Morley, and Alice, daughter of Sir John and St John of Bletsoe in Bedfordshire. By this marriage of the lordships of the manor of Erwarton passed from the Calthorpe family to that of Parker. Philip Parker, the son of the above Henry Parker, built the hall and the old gateway. The monument to the eastward is probably in memory of the last local Calthorpe, the second Sir Philip, who died during 1549. He who married Queen Anne Boleyn, aunt, who was the daughter of Sir William Boleyn of Blickling Hall in Norfolk. Yeah. So it was he married Queen Anne Boleyn's aunt. I'm not sure I made that clear. I was trying to think. He never married Anne Boleyn. That was me being daft. So this is the altar, and you've got the east window, which is quite plain, really, considering we've got stained glass there, and you've got some cast detail on like the chancel arch there. And that's been painted. It's probably a recent painting. I don't think it's very old. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not.
Well, you've got the chancel arch, and you can see that something has happened to the floor here.
Yeah.
And that could be that it might have had more steps or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've got the chancel arch that separates it. So there is a separation, and this is so much wider than that.
Yeah.
So I would have to disagree with your analogy on that one.
I think it's like you say, it's very 15th century, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even the roof is.
Yeah. And over there, right. Sorry, I'm just trying to negotiate this. I'm trying to find out who this lady is here. And I can't see anything, but she's sort of medieval. Yeah, I don't know who she is. She's got another one of those amazing canopies. And you've got a broken pinnacle there. And then you've got the sort of like the early perpendicular style windows. There's a little bit of medieval glass up there and in there. So it may be at one point someone come in here and took down.
We'll have to have a look at Calthorpe and see what he's done to the place.
Yes. But this is When you walk in here, you really get a wow factor. You really do. It's amazing. Now, there is something else about this, and I thought there was a plaque, and that's what I'm looking for.
Do you know something that's made me thought now? Do you want me to speak? Can I speak?
Of course you can.
Am I allowed? Right, this church is open today, and there's possibly only been 2 or 3 people in here all day, and these places, they exist, and if you're in America or Australia or a part of the New World, this church is rebuilt on the site of an older one, and this stuff is here. Nobody really looks at it, and we just think it's amazing.
The other thing about this church is there is a myth, a rumour.
Oh, yes, yeah.
A story, I don't know what you want to call it, I can't think of the word at the moment. And it is that when Anne Boleyn was executed, her heart was removed from her body and was placed in a casket, small casket, and put in the walls of this church. Now, when they'd done the restoration work in 1838, 1837, there was a heart-shaped casket, and it was found in the wall of the chancel up there. It's a very tenuous story, because they also say that her headless body was filched from the Tower of London and buried at Sale in Norfolk, but that has since proved to be incorrect. Alison Weir says that by the time Anne Boleyn was executed, burial of hearts had long gone out of fashion, so it's highly unlikely that it would have been hers if it was a heart. When they opened the heart-shaped casket, they just found dust, which they would do. But she was buried with haste. She was put in an elm box, which was probably a box that was made to transport arrows. And she would have been buried very quickly after the execution. Would they have had chance to remove her heart? She was attended to by her ladies in waiting. Would they have done it? It's very possible that they didn't. It's a story that if you live in Suffolk, like me, I've grown up with it, and I just seen the thing that I was looking for, which is on the organ. Yeah, I didn't see it the first time around, and I stood next to it. I don't know if the story's true. I doubt it very much. I think her ladies in waiting were too distraught, and they wanted to lay her to rest as soon as it was possible. So here, we've got a historical note. This is a photographic reproduction of the famous Holbein Portrait drawing, identified as that of Anne Boleyn, 1507 to 1536. Now, I just need to point out there that the date of her birth is a little bit sketchy. Nobody really knows when she was born. The second Queen of Henry VIII, who became Queen of England in 1533 and was the mother of Elizabeth I. Beheaded at the Tower of London, May 19th, 1536, she died with great courage, and it is recorded that her heart was buried in this church in a casket by her uncle Sir Philip Parker Bart, who lived at Erwarton Manor. The casket was discovered some years ago and has been placed in the Cornwallis vault beneath the organ. So it is here beneath the organ. Now, apparently she came here for a visit. I don't know if she was married to Henry at the time or if it was before. And she expressed the wish that her heart be buried here. It's up to you whether you believe that or not. You know, it is a story, it's a tale, it's...
The last visit to sign the book is It's ninth cousin, 13 times removed to Queen Anne Boleyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's Erwarton Hall. No, it's Erwarton Church.
Oh, just spot something in the window up there.
What are you looking at?
There's a tiny window you can put in that there.
Oh,
Isn't it
yes.
gorgeous?
Yes, that is. Yes. So, if I can continue. That's Erwarton Church. If you like it, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and press the notification bell. We try and do 3 or 4 churches a week. I do take my time putting them on, you know, I don't try not to do it all in one day. So you will get some notifications of some more coming up shortly. And if you'd like to leave a comment, a nice one would be really nice. Really, really would appreciate a very nice comment. We do work hard at doing these, but it is our day out. This is what we do for pleasure. Seems strange, I know. But anyway, that's all from us until we see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.